Hi guys, welcome to Makeup University. I'm Sherilyn. We're going to talk about these and give you a DC update. So it doesn't look like the California place because we've made it to Arizona en route to our flight out of Nevada to Washington, DC. Oh, so excited. Before I say anything, I must say thank you so much for every jot and tittle worth of donation that has come in. I appreciate you so much. So much. There still is a need, and I'm gonna have the link below. It doesn't matter if you're doing a cup of coffee or a night at the hotel. Whatever you can donate, I appreciate it so much because I had an interruption to my regularly scheduled life, my COVID scheduled life, and this opportunity came up just like that, and I had to make a decision very quickly. Will I take the risk or not? I'm normally not a risk taker. But the absolute truth, I felt like this opportunity that interrupted my regularly scheduled life was too good to pass up, and it's so great for my child. And though in the natural there just wasn't the necessary provision, I felt like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a risk. I am going to take a risk and travel across the country and do this. So here we go. And for every negative comment that has been posted, I just felt like, there's already enough negativity out there. I just deleted them. So bless your heart, those who have chose to make a negative comment about my risk and my fundraising to take my son to the nation's capital for the event. God bless you. Now, if you would like to donate, there is still time and still a need. Thank you so much. That link will be below for PayPal or Venmo. And then these two things are part of the journey, and funny, not funny, holy smokes. When you take a risk, anything goes. So I have my case behind me, and normally I would pack a case of beauty products, a case of shoes, a case of handbags and clothes, and usually a camera gear mobile edit case as well. No, not this trip. This trip we are grip it and rip it, boots on the ground, and taking one case. And that meant that the makeup case, the beauty case, had to be pared down. I have for a lifetime traveled with my all-time favorite Smashbox. I'm sure you've seen it in any of the Makeup University videos, especially if I'm traveling. There is a kit, and it's probably like the two of these together, that size. I love it. It's perfect. I had several, and they don't make them anymore. And through the years, I have worn them to the pan, absolute pan. And this trip, because I could only take just the barest amount, I brought this Too Faced Natural Matte, and it is pan on a few of the colors. And I brought this Essence Cosmetics Matte Bronzing because it's bronze, it's highlight, it's contour. I can use it as shadow. You guys, sacrifices had to be made. I chose to sacrifice footwear, fashion, and face. Ugh. But I'm ready for a really great time. I'm tired. I'm just taking the rest of the day off, getting ready to pull out early in the morning and get on with this goodness and this quest. So again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. For some donated a cup of coffee, some donated more, some made negative comments. That's okay, because it keeps me frosty. So going forward, I will be not necessarily live vlogging, but I'm definitely planning to update from the trip as soon as Wi-Fi becomes available. And also coming up for the channel, I am going to test one of my most favorite channels on YouTube. Is called Homestead Heart. She says, yes, ma'am, it's going to be good. I love her channel. I learned so much from Homestead Heart, and being here at this house, I have more access, more kitchen, more everything. It's just bigger. My mother has made her, brace yourself, her pickled egg recipe. I am humble to say the truth. I scarfed down to, I never in my life would ever imagine I would eat a pickled egg. Pickled alligator, yes. Pickled egg, no. Sit down. It was so good. It was so spicy, tart, tangy, salty, creamy good. So when I get back from DC, I am going to make a batch of pickled eggs here. And then I do understand that the longer it pickles in the brine, the more flavor that is imparted. So I think I'm gonna do all the work here and then carry it back to California and then just update you after it's sat for a bit. There's another channel here that I absolutely love. It's called Townsend's, and Mr. Townsend, he does all 18th century recreation. And I think the bottom line of his channel is that he has a store that sells 18th century crockery, cookery, clothing, and he does the YouTube channel to support the brick and mortar. Don't quote me on that. I think that's the way it is. His channel is so good, so inventive, so historical, and I have seen him do a pickled egg recipe, or like a pickled beet egg, something that gave the egg a reddish brown color. And I remember looking at that video and be like, no, no, you 18th century people had to live off the land and do what you got to do. But now, my mother, who I turned her on to Homestead Heart here on YouTube, and she made one of her recipes, and it's so good. Here's my point. I don't want this to be long. When I get back from DC, I am going to make a Homestead Heart recipe, how to pickle eggs. It was she who taught me how to do the freezer egg. Which again, if anybody, no matter what you think will happen in November, it is always a good idea to have something set aside for emergency or just in case. And powdered egg is so expensive. And why the thing with the eggs? If you're not allergic to eggs, eggs can be used for a breakfast. Eggs can be used for lunch and dinner. Eggs are used in baking. There's just eggs, eggs, eggs. Even if you're not a big bodybuilder, the egg is so versatile, and powdered egg is expensive. You could get, for less than $5 at Ralph's, the organic 12, I was going to say 12 dozen. You can get 12 organic eggs at Ralph for $4.47. I'm going somewhere with this. Hold on. I know we started as a DC update, but we started talking about Homestead Heart, and I just love her channel. I agree with her about setting something aside for emergency. The powdered egg, you know, when I say expensive, I mean it's like $40 for a tub, and it's not that big of a tub, and it's hard to find. So I saw her recipe about how to make frozen eggs, and it's fabulous. And then started my mom on that, and then she got over to the pickled egg, and this long train is coming back to the depot. As I'm telling you, when I get home from DC, I am going to make pickled eggs, because now I am a proud pickled egg eater. I'm sure you think this is so disgusting. And if you have ever been to like a convenience store, a little market, a fishing bait store, I can clearly remember in my life, there has been many a time that I have seen a big gallon tub of pickled eggs for sale by the register, and just disgusted by it, like so gross, so bleh. But now I would like to eat those words, because it was incredibly delicious. This got long. I am going to DC with these 2 pallets. What was I thinking? Only packing